What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Please get away from me with that chainsaw. Hi there, people. Today, we're discussing 10 crazy facts about A Night at the Roxbury, a classic 1995 comedy sports film starring Will Ferrell and Chris Kattan as two brothers who have a lot of issues that they have to work through before it's gonna work out for them, if you know what I mean. Let's get right into it. Number 1. A Night at the Roxbury was mostly inspired by the classic long-running Will Ferrell sketch Get Off the Shed. But did you know that SNL doesn't really do adaptations of its sketches anymore? Unless you count The King of Staten Island as just a really long extended Chad sketch where Chad's dad, Adam Snadler, dies in a fire and he has to come to terms with that. Number 2. A Night at the Roxbury was made in 1998, meaning that it fell within the Brendan Fraser era, where it was virtually impossible not to see a movie with Brendan Fraser because he was in literally everything. Oddly enough, A Night at the Roxbury managed to avoid this strange phenomenon by not including Brendan Fraser. But then again, Chris Kattan is in Monkey Bone. Oh my god! Number 3. One of the film's most memorable performances is from Credit Vixen. But did you know that Credit Prostitute and Credit Wench also auditioned for the role, but found it too tasteless, so Credit Vixen ultimately ended up getting the part. Good for her. Number 4. A Night at the Roxbury is Chris Kattan's third movie following Legends of the Fall, where he plays an emotionally insecure little dipshit who's in love with Mary Catherine Gallagher. Don't ask me why, I don't make the rules. Number 5. A Night at the Roxbury is also notable for its star-studded cast, most notably perhaps Mark-Paul Gosselaar of Saved by the Bell and Baywatch fame as heartthrob Richard Grieco, who's not a real person, but his name just sounds cool. Kind of like Chili Palmer in Get Shorty. Kind of like that. You know? Number 6. One of the biggest scandals in SNL-adjacent history, aside from Horatio Sands and Jimmy Fallon and that whole recent debacle, is probably that the film's producer, Amy Heckerling, was chained to the tomato stalks in order to direct the film, even though she ultimately produced it. Lorne Michaels later said of the event, "We didn't want to chain Amy Heckerling up to the tomato dungeon and have a bunch of ill-tempered peasants throw the rotting fruits or vegetables, or I guess the fruits at her, but this is show business, baby, and sometimes if you're gonna chain your film's director to a tomato gallery and have people throw them at her, and she's like, hey, your aim is so bad you probably couldn't hit a barn, then that's just what you gotta do, baby, cause this is show business, and I'm SNL. I'm the SNL man." Number 7. This film had a huge impact on American culture. For instance, after this movie came out, people started going to clubs and waiting in line in front of clubs. It was a whole thing. It was the 90s. You had to be there to really see it. But this movie invented the concept of going to a party and dancing and waiting outside so you can get inside, and paying to get inside sometimes, or just being let in, depending on the situation. It was the 90s. Only 90s kids will get this reference. Number 8. Did you know that Will Ferrell's newer movie, The House, is actually a dark sequel to A Night at the Roxbury? It's true. No further explanation needed.
You're the man now, dog.
Number 9. A Night at the Roxbury is groundbreaking in its positive portrayal of artificial plant sellers. Before this movie, there had been no movies that represented the interests and desires of those in the market of affordably priced artificial flowers and petunias and the like. This movie changed all of that, and for that, we should be forever grateful. Hare Krishna Rama Rama. Number 10. According to actress Lonnie Anderson, who plays Doug and Shreve Kratowski's mother in the movie, Chris Kattan and Doug Farrell ate a lot of fluffy whip on set to really get into the method of Doug and Shrub Katowski. Lonnie later recalled in her groundbreaking memoir, I Was the Cincinnati Woman, that Doug and Shreve would show up on set arms full of cans of Fluffy Whip and they would just down them like there was no getting these guys to stop. They just filled themselves up like balloons, and one time we had to take Chris Kattan to the hospital and he became a diabetic. It was pretty crazy. Gosh, Lonnie, we sure wish we were there too. But then again, it was the 90s, and you kind of have to be a 90s kid to get the 90s, if you know what I'm saying. So there you have it. 10 crazy, wild, unbelievable, crazy. You wouldn't believe it. Oh my gosh, this is true. Oh holy crap, this is real. What is love facts about A Night at the Roxbury, starring your two favorite irreconcilable goofballs, Doug Farrell and Chris Wackatan. The next time you watch A Night at the Roxbury, be sure to keep these 10 crazy facts in mind and repeat them over and over again in your head like a mnemonic or a mind palace. Until then, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, like. Don't forget to smash that like button. Tell us what your favorite fact was and what your favorite fact wasn't was, and be sure to smash that like button. And oh yeah, did we mention that you should subscribe too? See you in the next one, people. Peace! Wait, that's not the nostalgia-grabbing tagline. School!